We welcome you to Major League Table Tennis, America's first professional table tennis league. I'm your host, Evan Lepler. And if you've never seen MLTT before, get ready. This league features 8 teams of elite players from all around the world competing for cash prizes and the MLTT Cup. Heading into the final weekend of the regular season, the stakes couldn't be higher for today's East Division showdown. The Chicago Wind are in position to make the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. But the Princeton Revolution are determined to advance to championship weekend for the second year in a row, and Princeton's got home court advantage in the last regular season matchup between these two teams. The team-based MLTT competition will involve the Wind and Revolution playing 4 singles matches and 1 doubles match, each consisting of 3 games to 11 and worth 1 point apiece in the standings. Then, the grand finale, the Golden Game, an all-out full squad sprint to 21 points that counts for 6 points in the standings and usually determines the match's outcome in thrilling, dramatic fashion. It's over. Yevgen Prishepa wins the final point, the Golden Game. We join today's action in the 3rd game of the opening singles match, with Princeton's Benedict Ola out to the early 2-0 lead over Chicago's Sean Jong. I'm joined on the call by the former New Zealand national champ, Matt Hetherington. Now let's take you to the table at Rider University's Alumni Gymnasium in Lawrenceville, New Jersey.
Ola looking to complete the sweep against Jong.
1-0.
So far in season 2, players that have won the first 2 games of a match have gone 98 and 89 in game 3. That was entering the weekend. That's a winning percentage of just 52.4%. So it's
1-1.
not quite a flip of a coin, but pretty close. As to whether the sweep will come to fruition.
I think Ola certainly appears to understand the situation at hand here, so I think it's going to be a tough challenge for Jung to come out with the game here, because Ola's just dialed in right now.
2-3.
Very tight half-long serve there from Jung.
What would you say to Sean if you were in his corner right now? Don't go to the backhand?
I mean, no, he can go to the backhand, but there just has to be more pressure on the ball. You can see, like, playing that softer backhand counter and just lifting the ball a little, like, it's just not gonna, it's not enough.
Ball 3.
Wow.
3-5. Switch side.
Outrageous and typical Ola. I mean, that's not natural.
Three, 5.
This may be a dumb question.
3-6.
Does Ola have the best backhand in Major League Table Tennis right now?
Yes.
You hesitated. I know there are other players with good backhand.
He has the most
6-4.
powerful backhand. That's not even difficult to decide. He hits the most backhand winners. His backhand is probably the most visible, so it's got the most wow factor. But sometimes the simple backhand can be quite good as well. I mean, Amy Wong's backhand is really effective, but it doesn't have the same star power as Ola's.
Who's got the best
5,
forehand?
7.
Major League Table Tennis in season 2. Liam?
No, actually, I would say Liam is probably one of the few players that could give Ola a run on the backhand.
Right.
The best forehand in season 2.
Leveson?
I'd probably put Kim up there, honestly.
Taeyun Kim?
Just because his forehand footwork is so good. So he's playing forehands from everywhere.
And I know who has the best two-handed backhand in the league in season 2.
No contest.
Florida's Mark Duran, the Spanish showman. 8-6 lead now for Ola. 3 points away from a 3-0 lead of the team tally. First time we're seeing the Chicago Wind mascot top of your screen. Hadn't had much to cheer for so far.
8-7.
If there's any time that they would need any bit of extra support they can get, this weekend would be it.
It is a first-class mascot costume. I'm really impressed. And a miss hit there from Ola.
8-8.
Young continues to fight and claw and scrap and grind his way 8-all.
Certainly not going anywhere.
But he was at the same spot in the first 2 games as well.
It's service violation. We can
Stop.
challenge it.
But it's not your call. Okay? I count.
It should be our point. The timer ran down, there was no excuse.
Now this is interesting.
But it ran down before he threw it. Show it in.
Service clock violation, but it's not player's call. 8-9.
So they are going to call it. We knew this was going to be an intense match, Matt. Not sure we expected this level of spice this soon. At 8-all in game 3.
Chicago maintains their challenge because it's not a challengeable call. The score is 8-9.
Well, that's a long delay for deciding what's not a challengeable call. Anyway, they're going to give Ola the
8-9.
point for the service
Chicago
violation.
serve.
A lot to unpack, but now back to the table. Ola returns it into the net, 9-9.
You almost wonder if that outfill handed him.
The 3-point is nice, but you're right, the delay.
He might have won both.
Lost his rhythm. Game's on his paddle here with 2 serves.
10-9.
Will it be a frosty handshake at the end of this match? Ola wins it 11-9.
11-9. Game and the match goes to Princeton.
Not the warmest embrace we've seen between players, that's for sure. Ola, tight in every game, but wins 3 in a row. Got a free point. But he wins it 11-9, 11-8, 11-9. 3 straight for the Revolution to get this Friday evening started.
Our second singles match is a mixed-gender showdown. It's Princeton veteran Yevgen Prishepa versus Chicago's Mo Jong, the 5-time Canadian Olympian who's also been MLTT's top female player all season long. Revolution leading 3-0 as we get you back to the table.
The second, make it the 3rd time this year that Mo is facing off against a male player. Mo is 3-3 in games against male players. She took a 2-1 win over Seattle's Tiago Montero. She lost 2 games to 1 to Nikhil Kumar. For perspective, Mo Jong is 3-3 in singles games against male players. All the other women in the league are 5-19 against male players in singles.
Definitely interesting to see how she does. I think Hong Lin won one game against Yevgen when they played against each other, so with the right tactics and the right shot selections, Mo certainly has a chance to pick up at least a point here.
It was January the 12th in Pleasanton where, you're right, Krzyzewska won the match, but Hong Lin got a different level of focus maybe today for this Princeton team.
Yeah.
We're seeing so far.
And I think with Kazaku coming up against Guojang Shan, Krzyzewska will know that he really needs to bring his A game here.
You expect a 3-0 sweep from Kazaku?
Given the style matchup, I think Kazaku is definitely a heavy favorite.
What's the key for Mo here against Krzyzewska?
I think just pressuring those softer, spinnier openings from Yevgen, so heavier half-long pushes, I think, where he's going to spin the ball up, and then she's got to get on her forehand and use that short pips flat heading to her advantage. Or the backhand.
6-3.
For the season, women against men in singles are 8-22 in singles games. There have been 2 female players to win matches against male players.
4-6.
One is Mo Jong over Thiago Montero. Remember the other? In your defense, it was a weekend that you were not present. Katomi Amoda in Pomoda. Amoda in Pomona defeated Daniela Pinto 2 games to 1.
Yeah, I wouldn't have remembered that one.
You always have to watch out for Amoda in Pomona. Response from Mo Jong, tying this opening game up at 6-all. I'm told we're going to get an Olan headset here, which is always an exciting in-match experience.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, no, come on.
Benedict, congratulations on your 3-0 win. Thank you for joining us. You don't need to harness your emotions at all. Let it out, but also curious to hear what, I mean, it looked like your level of focus was really at 100% coming into today.
I would rather say my intentions were 100%. Focus was okay, but I could have been better. Like FJ now, it could have been better. We needed to do a little bit better. But it was a really tough match like that because he had really, really good serve. I didn't receive so well. And it's a good timeout for us, I think. We were leading so much. Oh, I'm breathing really too hard, doesn't I? You can hear everything.
Well, you worked hard to beat Sean. Now, you played against Sean in the Golden Game back in October when you faced these guys.
Yeah, I remember. I was shocked about his serve. It was so much spinny. When he tossed the ball also, it was spinny. When he touched the ball, it was spinny. It's just so much spin there that I didn't expect it.
Ola, there was a time when I think I was told that you were not going to be here this weekend.
It was a quite challenge. Sacrifice for the team, I would say. I have the Nationals now this time. And of course, it's always a big tournament for me and everybody who goes there because they want to see me play in Finland because it's not every day that I'm in Finland playing. And also, I have won the Finnish championship 11 or 12 times, so I have the all-time record, but they still are hoping that somebody else snatches it from me while I'm playing there.
What was the decision like? How did you make it, or how did Matthias twist your arm into being here?
It was, I saw the chance. I saw the chance that I can help my team go to the semifinals, and that kind of gave me a bone that, okay, the first time here I can do something exceptional. And winning the Finnish championship is exceptional, exactly like that. And come on, FJ, the easy one. So coming here, it would be like something exceptional. If we make a comeback from, we had such a bad start, and if we make a comeback to this, it would be really something special.
Krzyzewska serving here, trailing by 2.
And of course, I love the team. The team is doing everything for each other. We are supporting each other, and those are not the balls we need. We are really unlucky in this match so far. First set, I was like 4 or 5 times, and it was 9-9 like that. If I get 4 times lucky, it will be 11-3 in the first set. But the first set, come on, it's a comeback. It's a comeback. I believe in it. I believe in the comeback. Mr. Revolution is the comeback king, I heard. Last year also was the same.
Last year, the Revolution started the season winning just one of the first 7 matches they played. They went 12-3 to finish the season, going all the way to the final.
Yes, sir!
Przyczepa back within 1.
That's a good receive. Now, if we get some spin to it, to Mo, take a chance because Mo is trying to be a little bit desperate there. Yeah, they need the timeout. We need to have a good shot and a spin. And if she's maxing the table, congrats. If she doesn't, that's what we hope to see.
Well, this is a good time as any to ask you about the controversial moment at 8-all when you called the time violation on your opponent.
I guess that's going to be a really bit questionable, but I believe I firmly that I was right because I saw he was taking his sweet time. He had the warning. I saw the serve clock was 0. He didn't make a motion. Then I was like, okay, if I waited like 1, 2, okay, nobody's calling it. I'm calling it because I didn't feel that the umpire's going to call it. So, like, if I'm just, like in the replay, we see the timer was 0. So if he didn't toss the ball or didn't start the motion, then it's my point. And that's why I was like, okay, I give the umpire benefit of the doubt. I gave them a little bit more time from the 0. And then I was like, okay, if they don't call it, I call it for bait. We need this. And the spin, no, that was not the... Yes, I am!
10-all.
The comebacks are here coming.
First golden point of this match.
Oh my God, this is going to be a backhand service? That's going to make me nervous. Come on, Evgen, something else.
We're going to lay out and let Ola's reaction tell the story.
I kind of felt it that she's going to push too hard for that one. That's a serve she can push really well. And Evgen didn't get the chance to attack like he was hoping for it. That was not the right call for the serve, in my opinion.
We're back at Rider University after a 2-1 Przyczepa victory. And as the doubles match beckons, the Revolution have opened up a commanding 7-1 lead. Let's join the action with a third game of the doubles, tied at 2 points apiece.
3 golden points earlier tonight in the Seattle Bay Area match, 1 so far in this match.
First there from Koyo really caught Provost by surprise. Survived. Didn't survive that one.
Timeout taken with the Revolution in front 3-2.
I like the idea of moving him a little bit to his forehand.
It's like this in, and I feel it's like this out.
Try to prepare the next round.
Yeah. Misjudged. We can do it. Let's go. We can do it. One set is good.
Let's go, Tom. Let's go. Let's go, Damien. You guys can do it.
Chicago serve 2-3.
Interesting.
What are you reacting to specifically?
Well, you know, you go into game 3, obviously game 3 is pretty important for them. Usually when you call a timeout that early on, it's not, they're only 1 point behind. Usually you want to give them, it's not just a timeout to catch a break, because they've just had one.
5-2,
There doesn't seem
players
to be too
each
much
side.
tactical discussion going on there. So I'm not sure if the timeout would necessarily be that helpful to them.
5-2. You have ball.
It's a slippery ball over there.
Koyo serve and Tom receive. Switch receiver.
pretty good-looking backhand.
There's just a different rhythm and polish to this Princeton doubles team in comparison to Damian and Tom, who are playing together for the first time all season. The way they move, the way they're swinging, the way they're setting each other up, the way they're finishing points.
I think that's a huge difference for them. I mean, Wang Qinshen's a really, really good spin player, so he gets a lot of good placements and good spin acceleration. But Koyo really has that snap in his contact that helps him finish points. I think between Tom and Damian Provost, neither of them really have big point finishing shots.
That gets the edge there.
I don't know. I think it's kind of right on the corner. Yeah, that's nice.
Revolution keep it rolling, win the next point to take a 10-4 lead. Here it is. And now game point for the Revolution for another sweep.
10-5.
Jinshin Wang and Koyo Kanamitsu.
6-10.
Still 1 point away. That'll do it.
11-6. Game match goes to Princeton.
The Revolution continue to flex their muscle here in Lawrenceville. Koyo and Wang, 3 straight games to guarantee the Revolution a lead heading into the Golden Game. Princeton is thinking bigger than that.
Is a Chicago comeback brewing? It's Princeton 8, Chicago 5, as we head back to the table midway through the 4th and final singles match. It's a battle between MLTT veteran Koyo Kanamitsu for Princeton and Chicago team captain Damian Provost.
Princeton to serve, 0-0.
Provost back to the table after
0-1.
grabbing game 1. 4 straight points for Chicago after the Revolution took 8 of the first 9, and now a 2-0 lead for
2-0.
Provost, winning both points on Koyo's serve to start game 2.
This is a dangerous position for the Princeton Revolution because the one thing that can really throw Koyo off is
2-1.
him just getting pushed out of his rhythm. And Provost has done a really good job of just making Koyo feel
1-3.
not comfortable, just a little bit out of position.
The other thing that's worth mentioning here, Matt,
2-3.
20-30 minutes ago, it felt certain that Princeton would take a 5-point lead into the Golden Game. Now that is very dicey.
4-2.
And we have seen countless 3-0 leads coughed up in the Golden Games. Even if Koyo gets just one of these next 2 games, Chicago's got the momentum. Chicago's got the vibes, and it's going to be a fierce Golden game. We talked earlier tonight about the history of these teams in Golden games and how Princeton has not been a reliable Golden game closer. Not by a long shot.
3-5.
You see the numbers. These are all-time numbers updated to the minute. Key number at the bottom of your screen there. 1-0 lead, 67%. 3-0 lead, 60%. 5-0 lead, almost a done deal. Almost.
If Provost manages to sweep here and Chicago are able to win the Golden game,
yeah, it's season over for Princeton.
yeah.
I mean, regardless of what happens these next two games, Princeton must win the Golden game.
Yeah.
I really believe even if
7-4.
if Princeton's up 10-5, but they lose the Golden game and lose the match, and they go into tomorrow 17 points back, and Chicago's got Seattle, I just don't see it happening.
I don't think there's going to be a big enough difference in their results against Bay Area and Seattle. I think they'll perform fairly similarly.
I think Princeton has a slight edge.
Against Bay Area, maybe?
Well, I think against both, you know, if we're talking about how Princeton will perform against the Blasters and Spinners versus how Chicago. I'd say I'd make, you know, Princeton probably a 6-point favorite to get 6 more points than Chicago over the next 2 days.
Right. Yeah.
Which means if they could, you know, get a 16-5 win, then they'll be within 5 points in the standings. That would be enough to overtake them.
Yeah.
But if they're 17 points back in the standings because they lose the Golden game, good night. They'll still mathematically be alive and come back and fight, but he said this would be a time for Koya to give his A game. Instead, it's been Provost that has been the game day guy. Princeton taking its penultimate timeout here.
All right, as we take a timeout here, an opportunity for a little bit more trivia, and I have a sticker to whoever has the correct answer.
I think it was a Chicago timeout.
Doing great. Controlling the table very nicely.
Does anybody know
When you're spinning, you're keeping it very low, which is fantastic. It's great.
was officially
Not too much energy in the ball,
Yeah,
that's what he doesn't
yeah,
like.
exactly. The more pace you're putting into the ball, the more it favors him. Keep it low, keep it spinny, keep it a little bit slow. It's okay. He's trying, but he's missing.
Yeah.
And then when you have it, then you can go fast. Howdy.
We very much appreciate Eric Owens wearing the microphone and giving us a great window into Provost strategy. That has been the game plan, and that's what he has executed through the first couple of games.
Yeah. I mean, he knows how important getting this second game is. So. Interesting to see them calling the timeout. Interesting to see them using the timeout at this point. But he wants to make sure that he leaves no room for error in getting the second game.
2 straight for Koyo out of the timeout. He's back within 1.
Definitely doesn't want to end up down by 2 at this point of the game. So.
Oh, wow.
Really needed that point.
Provost, I'd love to take a timeout now, but you can't do another one here. 9-all. Provost has a couple of serves, though.
Touch the shot.
Oh, it's great sportsmanship from Provost, or from Koyo, excuse me.
This is not a good situation for Koyo, down 10-9 again.
I was surprised Damien sped that point up, but it worked out. I missed it.
Do it again.
10-all.
Massive point here for both players.
You could argue this is the biggest point of the season across the entire league.
for Princeton. He closes that game on a 5-1 run. Lunging in every direction. But he set up the forehand and he goes cross court and he does not miss. 9-5 Revolution. How does Major League Table Tennis's grand finale work? Each game to 11 that you've seen is worth 1 team point in the full season standings, and 21 team points are up for grabs in every match. As we near the finish, Kanamitsu's masterful play just opened up a 10-5 lead for Princeton, meaning they'll start this grand finale up 5-zip. But because every golden game is worth 6 points for the team, Chicago still has a shot to take the team match by a single point. 5 players from both sides participate in this climactic ending, and coaches select their lineups to rotate in for multiples of 4 points at a time. That means you'll see top veterans versus rookies, men versus women, Olympians versus Olympians, and so on, all with the pressure at its peak. First team to 21 wins. So let's join the action with Princeton's Benedek Ola and Chicago's Sean Jong on the table first. Buckle up, everybody. This is the Golden Game.
Unfortunately for him, the smart thing from Harbison is that he didn't make that pick possible until right at the end.
Right. I agree. Ola wins the opening point of the Golden Game on Sean Jong's serve. A little off balance there, moving to his left. Into the net, Ola drops both points on his serve.
That's fairly significant. Usually his biggest plays are off the back of his serve.
Provost versus Koyo again. Provost says it hit his shirt. Great sportsmanship in this really high intensity moment.
This time Provost targeting the elbow a little bit more. Koyo was still ready on the backhand.
Chicago within 3.
Whether or not Koyo is ready for that ball or not, it's giving Provost too many opportunities to attack.
Huge backhand from Kanamitsu. The pace and the angle. Catharsis for Koyo. 8-4 Princeton. Daniel Tran, welcome to the weekend. Tough spot to put Tran in here.
Super tough spot to be in.
17-year-old that only played 12 points in a Golden Game all season.
9-5.
That's one there against Przeszepa. Now Yevgen's got 2 serves. After these 2 serves, it'll be Mo Jong versus Jinshin Wang. You like the deep serve there, Matt?
Yeah, great placement as well. Princeton maintaining their 5-point lead here.
6-10.
Tran earns the split. 10-6 Revolution. Jinshin Wang and Mo Jong. Mo has struggled in Golden Games the last couple of months. He was number 1 in the league at 65% going into the Pomona weekend, but she's now won just 14 of her last 39 points in Golden Games.
11-7.
And the pressure's on in the golden game. Those long, fast serves can really pay off.
Nice angle from Jin Shin.
Bell 7.
Oh, Zhang earns the split.
8-12.
So here's perhaps a chance for Chicago to make up some ground. Remember, Kazaku outscored Guo 33-16 in their singles match, winning 3 straight games. Only 4 points here. Kazaku picks up where he left off. Obviously, a golden sweep would tie this golden game up, 12 points apiece.
That is just brilliant play from the Romanian. Guo just not quite able to keep the spin under control.
3 straight for Kazaku. Chicago within 1. Matthias Havasan choosing not to take the timeout. Let Guo serve here. Golden sweep. 12 all.
Honestly, I think at that point, flip the racket over and just block smooth. Great fade from Kazaku. Really got Guo out of position.
All right, brand new golden game, 12 all. Zhang and Ola. They needed that in a massive way.
Ola wants to show why he feels he can make the difference here.
Oh, miss there from Ola. He had a couple chances in the point.
Kind of softened up a little bit there on the backhand. Zhang doing a great job of working his way back into that point.
Looks like Sean stole that one. Really. 13 all. And Chicago takes the lead.
14-14. Timeout for Princeton.
Timeout Revolution. Their season on life support right now. Playoff fates hang in the balance here at Rider University as the Chicago-Princeton Golden Game comes down to the wire.
Empty, no spin, full spec. And you get this little bit higher over the table push. And then you go active. Come on, hold off the ball. Come on, let's go. Come on, man. Come on.
A reminder of what's at stake. If Princeton wins this race to 21, they get within 5 points in the season-long standings of a playoff spot. If Chicago wins, they'll increase their lead to 17 points, which with just 2 days left in the season would feel very difficult to overcome. How about that? Ola loses 3 in a row. Sean Zhang talked about it earlier, Matt, just how reliable he has been in big matchups, in the Golden Game in particular. He wins 5 of the 7 he plays against Ola.
And let's not forget here also that Benedict Ola, right? That's for Benedict's racket toss.
The same, the Golden Game recent card. Yellow card to Princeton.
Owens is
Yellow
arguing
cards.
that they received the yellow
Toss
card
the
already.
racket.
Ola got one earlier, but it should be a point penalty. I agree with Chicago, but that's not what the rules say.
Yeah.
Provost versus Koyo. And Toyo, can he put the revolution on his back right here? Going to need to be Toyo, Prashepa, and then Jinshin Wong with their season on the line. And we're going to get Chicago timeout.
Chicago.
Just 1 point separates these two East Division powers in this epic golden game. Let's get you back to the table for the thrilling conclusion.
Yeah, and again, Koyo just making the same mistakes of floating the ball a little long. He's letting Provost attack too much. We've seen Provost, especially in the golden game, just unloading the forehands.
15-16.
Toyo back within one. He's got one more serve. Another critical point. We're tied 16-all. Koyo gets 3 out of 4. He wins 5 of the 8 against Provost in the golden game. And now Daniel Tran versus Yevgen Prashepa, 16-all with the season on the line for the Revolution.
Prashepa almost let that one go with the soft backhand.
That was a nervy shot right there.
I've got to admit, this is the most anxious I've felt during a golden game.
Imagine how the players feel. 17-all. Haven't had an ultimate golden point since January. Oh, Daniel Tran puts the win back in front by 1.
Prashepa needs to get this point if he's going to take some of the pressure off Jinshin. Oh, and Tran misses. The ball was just sitting there for the taking.
Had some spin to it, but you're right. And it's 18-all. Either Mojang or Jinshin Wong could win it for their teams. If it's a 2-2 split, it goes to Kazaku versus Guo.
Big point from Jinshin.
18-19.
And he knows it's a huge risk for him to let it go past him. If he doesn't win it here,
No doubt. Mojang, though, also knows that she's got some pop. 19 apiece.
all Mo needs to do is split. She can hand it off to Kazaku.
Into the net. Creates match point for Princeton.
Oh boy. This is uncomfortable to watch.
Jinshin Wong has the serve, 20-19. Into the net. Creates an ultimate golden point. Can Kazaku finish the incredible Chicago comeback? Jungchang Guo late to come out to the table. Kazaku was sprinting out there virtually.
He has the serve in hand. It's going to be a big advantage for him.
Next point wins. Kazaku delivers for the Chicago win! The comeback is complete! The heartbreak for Princeton is guaranteed! And the win take one giant step toward championship weekend.
It's been another great showcase of Major League Table Tennis. You can learn more by checking out MLTT.com and make sure you subscribe and follow MLTT on all our social media platforms. For our entire crew and my broadcast partner, Matt Hetherington, I'm Evan Lepler. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the table again soon.